Hey, this is Mateo and today I will explain you guys the tools I use for programming a social media platform and in general any website. Let's get started. So, these past weeks, after a long summer, I got back to my programming cave to continue programming our online platform we are creating. As this software is the base of our future business model, I spend quite a lot of time developing it so that I ensure that everything works as expected. One fundamental part of it is to use the right tools so that I don't waste too much time and I ensure that I'm getting the most optimized version of myself. It's like building a house from scratch with no idea about construction. So my recommendations about the tools I use are actually based on my raw experience through these past months and basically on testing and failing continuously. The first tool I want to introduce you guys is the code editor. It's basically where I spend most of my time, all the days, writing the code that will make my platform. Personally, my favorite one is Sublime Text. It's free, with a nice and clear interface and very adaptable. And with this, I mean that it's very practical if you're a beginner or a professional. So if you just started coding, it's very intuitive and straightforward, and it doesn't confuse you with many different features that you have to set for starting working. And if you're a professional, you'll start using some other features with the time that are very practical and straightforward to use, but saves a lot of time. Some of these practical features are the keywords you can use for generating code automatically, the auto-predict text that works very well, or the commenting keywords. This is not the only good coding editor out there, also Atom, but I didn't felt it was that practical or that intuitive, and it was taking a lot of space in my storage, and Visual Studio that personally haven't tried yet. Currently I'm working on the social media side of our platform, included to improve the user experience, and I'm using the Ming stack for programming it. It has basically Mongo DB, Angular, and NodeJS. MongoDB is the database I'm currently using for testing. It's non-relational, which provides way more flexibility than other databases. And to interact with it, I use Robo3T, which is a great software for interacting with databases in a very intuitive and human-friendly way. Even for people that has little idea about databases or data science, like me when I started, it's very straightforward and it solves all the beginners' problems so that you can just start writing your code and testing it without having to take a lot of time looking at the database's features or characteristics. Node.js is a server environment that, to sum up and to make things a little bit more clear, is basically what allows me to program the backend, which is the side of the programming that interact with the databases, with the servers, and also will interact with the frontend, the middleman basically. It might take a little bit to get used to it, especially if you are not a backend developer, but once you learn the basics, you can start making things way faster and in a more safe way. For testing everything I program in the backend, I use a software tool called Postman. This is an amazing tool that lets you test and run your requests from the backend without even the need of a front-end. Very easy to use, and especially that provides understandable information about why things are not actually working as expected. Finally, for the front-end, what you actually see in your browser, I use Angular. It's a front-end framework that makes things way more clear and orders the HTML, CSS and JavaScript in a very easy way, also implementing responsive design. This allows the website not to have to load again every time a user makes any action, but just to load some parts of it. This allows the website to load instantaneously without the need of waiting times for it. For supporting this Angular framework, I'm using a CSS library called Bootstrap. Right now it's one of the best ones out there in the market. It's for free, as all the things I'm explaining today here. And it has presets designs like buttons, navigation tabs, sidebars that lets you save a lot of time and also lets you divide the website screen in an easy way and in a way that makes you order components better. So those are pretty much all the tools I'm currently using for developing our platform. Just as a reminder, this is not an easy website to program. It has a social media side, a marketplace, so it's not something just like a blog. It's amazing and great that with only 5 or 4 tools, you can program and develop so much, from small websites like blogs to amazing platforms that could be Amazon or Facebook. And all this for free. Comment down below which tools you use for web development, which ones do you prefer, or if you already knew the ones I explained today. Also, let me know in the comments if you want to know more in detail why I prefer one of these tools and its advantages and disadvantages over their competitors. So I hope you liked the video. If so, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and see you on Sunday.